Hi guys, I'm hoping my wireless is going to hold out for this. It just crashed immediately when I started this video. Hi everybody, it's Jess. It has been a hot minute since I have done any kind of a haul video, and even longer since I have done a Facebook Live. So I'm a little rusty. Bear with me if it takes me a little while to get back into the swing of things. One of my favorite things to do here on Facebook Live is to do craft hauls with you, and I did a couple of them in the past featuring seasonal things that I bought either at Consumer Crafts or Dollar Tree. They're two of my favorite sources for inexpensive craft supplies. Consumer Crafts, if you're not aware, is an online store where you can buy craft supplies on the cheap. It's not exactly wholesale, but it's less than you would find it at a local craft store. And then Dollar Tree obviously isn't a craft store per se, but it does have a lot of things that with a little imagination can be used to create all sorts of fun crafts, and everything's $1, so it's really hard to beat that. As people are joining in, I'm going to let you guys vote in the comments what store you want me to start with. I have a couple of things from Target, not very many. I have some things from Dollar Tree, and I have some things from Consumer Crafts. So you can let me know in the comment section which store you'd like me to start with. I know it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and probably most of you are doing your last minute grocery shopping and getting your house clean or getting your travel plans ready, and you're totally set on Thanksgiving. But if you are somebody who is going to decorate this weekend, or if you're somebody that is going to do some shopping on Friday, I wanted to let you know what you can find to decorate this weekend or to pick up at these stores if you're going to be running around anyway. Black Friday isn't really a thing at Dollar Tree as far as I know, although if you shop online, and I will let you know this on Friday, they sometimes have some good deals for shipping on dollartree.com. So if you want to buy something in bulk, Black Friday is a good time to hit up dollartree.com because you can get a flat shipping rate, which makes things a lot less expensive. All right, I'm seeing a couple of votes for Target, a couple votes for Dollar Tree. Let's see, Target's right on top, and I don't have very many things from Target, so that's where I'm going to start. I hit the Target dollar spot hard this time last year, and I got a lot of Christmas decorations from Dollar Spot last year. This year they had a lot of things that I liked, but it didn't really match my decor as much as last year's theme did. But I did find a couple of things that I think I'm going to use, and I think you guys might like too. The first thing I grabbed were two of these. These are olive buckets. Now, they're obviously not real or antique or anything, but they have that same style that if you guys are fans of farmhouse style or rustic style, this looks really, really great in with just about any decor. Galvanized metal is kind of a good neutral, but it has this red enamel rim and handles, which doesn't totally read Christmas, but I'm planning on maybe heading to our backyard and taking some cuttings off our pine tree and filling these up and maybe flanking our fireplace, or maybe putting them on our front porch. I haven't decided yet. These, I believe, yep, these were $3 a piece. And if you get real olive buckets, they can be, I just saw somewhere today they were slightly larger, but they were going for $30 a piece. So for 1/10 of the price, you can find these in the little dollar section right at the front of Target when you walk in. So I got two of those. If you don't follow Madden Crafts and haven't ever seen any of my Christmas decorations in the past, I tend to skew kind of traditional rustic. A couple of years ago, I did major crafts with plaid, and I've kind of been adding little things that go along with plaid ever since. I did some Fair Isle, like ski sweaters. I did that one year. I did a lot of woodland, sort of rustic raw wood things one year. This year, what I'm planning to do is to add in a lot of fresh greenery, or as fresh looking as I can manage. And then also I'm going to add in some faux furs and some real leather. I got a whole leather hide a couple of years ago for a project, and I still have most of it that I've just been too afraid to cut into. And I finally kind of gotten myself brave enough to cut into it for Christmas decorations, because I know those will be things I'll use year after year after year. So I'm hoping to add that into our decorations as well. So when I went to these stores, you can see by these olive buckets that I'm still gearing towards things that are kind of rustic and traditional reds and greens. If you like bold gem tones, I did do some dollar store ornaments, and I will maybe link to that later when I adjust this video. And if you want really glittery glam stuff, I'm probably not the person to look to for Christmas decorations, because I like that. I like the way it looks. It's just I don't do that year to year. Yeah, Marianne, red does read Christmas. I guess what I meant is it doesn't read only Christmas. So it's something that I can leave out beyond Christmas, because it's not like, it doesn't have a Santa on it or anything. All right, the two other things I got from the Target dollar spot were, and these aren't really a craft supply, but I had to buy them. They are holiday socks that have little red and green beers. And this is going to be backwards, so you're not going to be able to read it. But you have to trust me, it says, if you can read this, beer me. And I'm sure people buy these thinking this is for Dad. I like beer. I'm a mom, but I like beer. So these socks are for Jess. And these are going to be my Christmas socks that I wear on Christmas Day. All right. That's not a craft supply, but it was at the dollar spot. And it was cute. They were $3 too. And then the last thing I found at Target, I was really excited about. This is Faux Greenery, but it's like, I hope you can tell, it's like faux boxwood wired garland. And boxwood is one of my favorite bushes, one of my favorite like greeneries, fall greenery, Christmas greenery. And we have boxwoods out front, but I'm always afraid to cut them for fresh boxwood. So I'm going to be incorporating this in our decor this year too, because it has that really delicate small leaf shape that I love about boxwoods, but I don't have to worry about wrecking our bushes by trimming too much off of them just for Christmas decorations. That also was $3, and you get almost 20 feet. So that's a pretty good amount of garland for $3. That is all I bought from Target. They have a lot more really cute decorations, but that is all I thought would fit with our decor and that I had a use for. Next, I'm going to go to the dollar store products that I bought. I was really excited with what Dollar Tree had available for Christmas last year. And if you rewatch my haul from last year, I got a ton of Christmas ornaments. I was kind of bummed with Dollar Tree's selection this year. Maybe they don't have everything out yet, but they had very little new ornaments. It was mostly things that I had seen before, already own, have already purchased, and not a lot of great new Christmas stuff. I did find some things, but I kind of was hoping for more than what they had. The one thing that I didn't buy that I did see, if you are into snowmen, they have some really cute ornaments that are kind of like fuzzy textured snowmen with cute little faces. I thought those were really cute. But other than that, I didn't find any new ornaments that I was really excited for. But what I did find, they have a lot of these. Pull it back far enough that you can see it. It is just a chipboard sign, and the reason why I bought this one isn't because I like what's on the front necessarily. This is reversible. And by reversible, I mean on the back it's blank. And if you were going to buy a shape like this online or at the craft store, this would probably cost you $3, $4. But if you run to the Dollar Tree and you're willing to just rethread the loop, this is a completely blank canvas where you can create your own Christmas sign. You can paint it with chalkboard paint and turn it into a chalkboard. You can add some vinyl to it. You can hand paint it. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm definitely going to be displaying this side of the sign rather than this side. And they have them in a variety of shapes and sizes. So it's just kind of a reminder when you go to places like the Dollar Tree, use your imagination. This may not be your cup of tea, but you can always personalize the other side. All right, so that's one thing I got at Dollar Tree. The next thing that I found, I was really excited about because I had never seen this there before. And that is a little tabletop Christmas tree. It says it's 18 inches. I can tell already by the box that it's going to be a scrawny little guy. It's going to be a little bit of a Charlie Brown tree. But the reason I was excited about this is if you follow my blog or you follow this Facebook page, was it just last week? Last week, I think. Time is all messed up for me lately. I did a front door Christmas tree where you kind of take a tabletop tree and turn it into something you can hang on your front door. I used a tree I found at Lowe's, which I'm sure is a lot nicer looking than this tree will be. But this was $1. So I'm going to see if I can recreate that tree look with Dollar Tree products. Dollar Tree products. Use your words, Jess. So I'm going to use a light strand that I already have from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use this tabletop tree. I'm going to use some Dollar Tree ribbon and see if I can't get a similar look for a lot less money than what I paid to do the tree using stuff from the home improvement store. Yes, I was bummed too, Kara. I have 3 different Dollar Trees in town now, and I think I've gone to all of them, and none of them really had anything I was super geeked about. But as you can see, I'm kind of excited about this, so keep an eye out. If I'm able to recreate the look with dollar store items, I will definitely let you know here on the Facebook page. The Dollar Tree thing that I got excited about this year, it was in their Christmas floral section. Dollar Tree florals are not as nice as the ones that you would find in the craft store. They're also a lot cheaper. The thing that Dollar Tree florals are good for is to use as filler. So if you have a Christmas tree that has some bare spots, if you have an already full wreath that you want to add some different texture to, if you have a garland that needs a little bit of beefing up, Dollar Tree florals are great for that because they're cheap. They are generally glittery, and the glitter can kind of distract the eye from the fact that they're not the highest quality, and they can make something look full and beautiful without having to spend a ton of money on, you know, $4 for a single sprig. So I got a lot of Dollar Tree Christmas greenery. This one, and I kind of was drawn to their flocked florals. So this one has a little bit of flocking on it. It's got some pine cones and 3 different, probably not occurring in nature, pine textures. But what that will do is if I tuck that into a wreath or a garland, it will just add a little bit of dimension without having to spend a bunch of money on one of those $90 garlands or $75 wreaths. So I found a couple like this. I found a few that had berries and like an apple tucked in. This I think would be pretty in a wreath. I have a bare wreath that I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, so I think I'll probably use some of these. Let's see. I'm saying a lot. I apologize. If any of my former speech students are watching, don't be like me. I'm saying way too much. This one has both pine cones and berries. You have to kind of dig through the bins in order to find florals that look right and look the way you want them to. But it's worth it when you dig a little bit. This one I could only find one of, and I may go back for more or at one of my other Dollar Trees. This one has a really nice flocking on it and some sort of gentle sparkle on the pine cone. Now it does have this super tacky, all glittered situation, but you take a pair of sturdy scissors or a wire cutter and you can remove that guy. And then this would cost you a couple of dollars, probably 4 or 5 times as much at a regular craft store than it will at Dollar Tree. You just have to be willing to dig just a little bit. So I got probably maybe 10 of those, And I will either use them to beef up our garland that goes above our fireplace mantle, or I will use them in that naked wreath form that I have that I still don't know what I'm going to do with yet. And that is all I have. What? I shouldn't lie. Oh yeah. One more thing from Dollar Tree, and that is some ornament filler. And what this is basically confetti. It has some glitter down in there, and there's gold and silver stars in different shapes. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. You probably can guess already once we get into the consumer craft part of the haul. Do you guys have any questions? I'm trying to keep up with the comments as they come through. I see my Dollar Tree did not have any of the mini trees in white, and I have seen other bloggers who say they've gotten the mini trees in white, and I definitely would have picked one up if I had seen that at mine. If you have one, scoop them up, because I really like the way white mini trees look. And if you're like me and you don't want to commit to a full tree, a full white tree with glam colors, you can do it in a mini tree. And I did that a couple of weeks ago to show you some of my dollar store Christmas ornaments. And it's a nice, simple way to go with a kind of crazy theme without going in, turning your whole tree into it. So I hope this mini tree is salvageable and it's not too scrawny looking, and that we can make it work for what I want it to be. All right, the last part of this haul are the items that I got from Consumer Crafts. They had their friends and family sale a week or so ago, and that's when I bought these items. That sale is over now, but the end of this week, I promise you they will have either special deals on their craft supplies, or they will have some sort of shipping deal come Black Friday, Cyber Saturday, all the way through Monday. I'm sure they will have deals. So you may not be able to get these for the price that I did, but I'm certain you can get them at another low price soon. The first thing that I got from Consumer Crafts were just a basic set of clear glass ornaments. I actually would have preferred to get plastic ornaments, but I could only find glass in stock at the time. And these are, I don't know if you can tell from the box, these are the disc shaped ornaments instead of like a sphere ornament. I have one plan for these 6 ornaments so far, and I was kind of thinking about doing a week of 5 or 6 different ways to decorate clear ornaments like this. If that's something that you would like to see, let me know. If you would like to know a bunch of different ways to use these kind of ornaments, I can do that for you. I have done some things with clear ornaments before, but I think that would make kind of a fun theme week, and that may be where this comes back into play, although I'd kind of like to come up with a more creative way than just dumping it in an ornament, but we'll see. So keep an eye out for this. I am going to be doing a collaboration with a number of other bloggers. I'm going to get the date wrong. I believe it's the last week of November. So not only will you be getting an ornament tutorial from me, but there will be about half a dozen to a dozen other bloggers who will be sharing fun 2017 trendy ornaments with you. So keep your eye out for that. Let's see, I've got a big box here. The next thing, I had kind of talked about this earlier, about how I want to be adding some kind of like faux fur to our already rustic decorations. And so when I saw this on Consumer Crafts, I made sure to get a couple rolls. This is a very wide, how wide is it? 5.5 inch ribbon, but the ribbon is actually faux fur. It's got a little bit of a stamped texture to it, and the back is really nice, kind of like a mesh fabric. And you get 3 yards of this on each roll. I got two rolls, and I forget exactly how much I paid for this, but it was somewhere between $5 and $8 for this roll, which is a really good deal for faux fur and for bulk ribbon. So I got a couple of yards of this, and the idea I have in my head right now is to use this ribbon with this star wreath form. I have seen some bloggers do really cool burlap, sort of with burlap poofs coming out from these wire wreath forms, and I was hoping that I may be able to do that with this faux fur ribbon. If it turns out I don't have enough of it, or if it doesn't hold its shape because it's so soft, I may wrap the wreath form with the faux fur, or I may ditch it entirely and maybe just wrap, spray paint this wreath form white or gold or silver and wrap it in lights. That would be kind of cool too. But those are some ideas that are kind of going through my head right now. And what I was hoping to do, to have this be kind of like the center focal piece of our mantle, and then to add some texture to it, have this bad boy behind it. And this is from Consumer Crafts as well. This is it's about 17.5 inches by 21 inches plank sign, all assembled, all put together, already square. You don't have to do any math. Sign. And what I am probably going to do to this, rather than paint it or stain it, I have a technique that I learned from, I think it was Trading Spaces a long time ago, that I did on a crate for Christmas a couple years ago. When you have raw wood like this, specifically if it's like cheap pine, you take a blowtorch to it, not super close, kind of far away, and what it does is it just scorches the top of the wood enough that the wood grain really comes out. And so you end up being able to see the wood grain much more, makes it look much more expensive, a little bit more rustic, and it's really easy and actually a lot of fun to do. So I'm hoping that I can have this sort of leaned up above our mantle and then have that star wreath form hanging on it as well. Whether it will end up having the faux fur on it or lights or something different, I will have to see how my experimenting goes. But that's what's in my head right now. And again, this was not very expensive either. And they make them in smaller sizes than this. I think this is the largest one Consumer Crafts carries, but you can get much smaller sizes too if you want to make a sign for a friend for a Christmas gift or for a teacher. It's a really good deal, and you don't have to have any power tools because it comes to you all assembled. And then the last thing that I purchased, two things actually, I'm so excited for. Last year I got a ton of Bottlebrush Trees from Consumer Crafts, and I put them all over. I put them in with our little lighted houses. I put them actually in a tree as other ornaments, kind of Inception style. But they did not have any white Bottlebrush Trees last year in stock, and I was so bummed. So this year when I found these, it was like I had waited for a year for a reason, because I maybe would have stocked up on a bunch of white Bottlebrush Trees last year and then missed out on the opportunity to get these. Consumer Crafts carries these beauties, and I don't know if you can tell from this video, but not only are they white, they're actually flocked with glitter. And not crappy glitter either. It sheds a little bit, but not bad. And the wood stump at the bottom is also glittered. And I got two of these in this smaller size. These are the 11-inch trees. And I also really like that there is this much space between the trunk and the start of the branches. I think that looks really cool. I got two of these. And one of the things I noticed when I received it is this guy. There'll be a couple of little trims I have to make. I'm sure there was some kind of machine that shapes these and it missed a couple, but that's not a big deal. I can take a scissors and chop that right off. So two of the 11-inch ones, and then two of these 13.5-inch trees. And I am so excited for these because they will look so pretty on the mantle, at least the way I picture it in my head, on either side of the star wreath, and we'll have kind of like a tonal Christmas rustic cabin. I don't know. In my head, it's really pretty. So I'm hoping in real life it will end up as nice as the idea in my head. And again, these were less, I'm sure one of these was less than $8, something like that. Again, it would be really expensive if you bought that at a craft store. I've never seen these in a craft store. And, you know, for just needing to make a couple of little adjustments on trimming, I'm very, very excited about those trees. If you are interested in getting any of the things that I purchased from Consumer Crafts, after I'm done with this video, I will find links to all of them so you can find them online. If you want to get started shopping right away, that's cool, or you can wait till Friday. Come back and see if they have any Black Friday sales. The only thing you risk is that something goes out of stock between now and then. Any links that I put below for products will be affiliate links. What that means is if you buy something from that store after clicking through my link, I get a little bit of money. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a way for me to share the stuff that I really like with you, and then it helps out my blog. So I appreciate if you do end up getting anything if you click through my link. And that's all I have for you. I will be starting to get working on the projects that I kind of hinted at today. So keep an eye on this Facebook page for more information about those Christmas crafts as they come down the pipeline. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you are following this Facebook page if you aren't already. And then visit me on maddencrafts.com. I will be having these projects come out on the blog soon, but I already have dozens and dozens and dozens of Christmas tutorials on my blog already, so you can search around and find all sorts of inspiration for your decorations this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time. Bye.